I planned a surprise trip for my parents, but I had ulterior motives. About 2 years ago, things began spiraling out of control. It all started with financial problems. Not theirs, mine. I had gotten involved in questionable investments that quickly went wrong. Before I knew it, I was buried under thousands of dollars of debt. Creditors began hounding me. Eviction notices started arriving. Desperate situations lead to desperate measures. That's when I remembered something from my teenage years. Once, my dad showed me a small worn map tucked inside an old book. He casually mentioned it was from Grandpa Jack, who had served overseas and, according to family legend, had hidden some gold bars he'd brought back after the war. My dad laughed it off as nonsense, but something about his forced casualness stuck in my memory. What if it was true? I couldn't directly ask my parents about the gold without raising suspicion, so I devised a plan to get them out of the house for a while. A surprise trip would not only seem thoughtful, but also give me enough time to search thoroughly. I chose their dream destination, a week in Hawaii at an exclusive resort. Tickets, hotel reservations, everything was set. My mom cried tears of joy when she received the itinerary. My dad was surprisingly emotional. Guilt tightened my heart, but desperation spoke louder. The morning after their departure, I arrived at their silent, empty house. It felt strange stepping into forbidden territory, even though it was my childhood home. I immediately began scouring my dad's office. Drawers were emptied, closets searched, old boxes overturned. Hours passed without finding anything. Exhausted, I sat on the floor feeling foolish. Had I risked ruining my relationship with my parents for a pointless search? Then something occurred to me. The basement. My dad rarely let anyone down there, always claiming it was too cluttered and dangerous. Descending the creaky stairs, I felt a chill. The basement was dimly lit, filled with dusty furniture and boxes labeled from decades ago. I spent hours digging through forgotten memories until noticing something odd. A bookshelf bolted to the wall. With a racing heart, I closely examined the shelves. One book was slightly tilted. Pulling it, I heard a click, and the entire shelf swung open, revealing a secret room. Inside, my flashlight illuminated a narrow space lined with stacked wooden crates. With trembling hands, I opened one of the boxes. The glint of gold almost blinded me. Bars upon bars, carefully stacked, untouched for decades. My heart raced with excitement and disbelief. It was true. Grandpa Jack's legendary stash was real. However, as I moved the crates, another discovery shook me deeply. Beneath a pile of gold, a thick envelope caught my attention. Inside, yellowed papers told a chilling story. Letters, old police reports, and newspaper clippings from the late 1940s detailing a mysterious disappearance. My excitement turned to fear as I pieced it together. Grandpa Jack hadn't simply acquired the gold overseas, he had stolen it. Worse, his crime partner, a man named Arthur Delaney, had vanished shortly after their return. Police reports strongly hinted Grandpa's involvement, but concrete evidence was never found. A nauseating realization overwhelmed me. My family's quiet life had been built on stolen wealth and possibly murder. My mind raced. What should I do? Remain silent and use the gold to resolve my financial problems, ignoring the dark truth behind it? Or confess everything, destroying my parents' image of Grandpa Jack and possibly ruining their peaceful retirement? I couldn't sleep that night, tormented by visions of Arthur Delaney's family, who never knew what really happened to him. By morning, I had made my decision. When my parents returned, refreshed and grateful for the trip, they found me waiting, pale and anxious. Without hesitation, I handed my dad the envelope and told them everything. My dad's face crumbled, a lifetime of pride shattered into shock. My mom had tears in her eyes, yet surprisingly, her expression showed relief, as if she had always suspected something. The next day, together as a family, we contacted the authorities. Investigations began, the gold was seized, and our family became infamous overnight. Reporters swarmed our doorstep, digging into every inch of our past. The facade of our peaceful suburban life shattered. Financially, I ended up worse off than before, still in debt and with legal fees piling up. But morally, a weight lifted from my shoulders. Strangely, my parents stood by me despite the chaos I'd unleashed. Perhaps they understood the unbearable weight of secrets. As I write this, my life is far from perfect, and our family's reputation remains tarnished. Yet somehow, we've become closer than ever. Our bond strengthened through honesty and shared pain rather than hidden truths and false peace. So yes, I prepared a surprise trip for my parents with selfish motives. But in the end, those motives forced us to face a painful yet necessary truth. And perhaps that was the greatest surprise of all. Comment, what would you do in this situation? If you like this video, don't forget to like and share so we can bring you more stories like this. Keep an eye out for more stories. Hope you have a good day.